What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing a little maintenance on the Bluebicon. Alrighty guys, so on our last trip to Sand Hollow, a few issues were certainly identified, and some of them quite prominently. There was some gnarly noise coming from underneath the Jeep when I was at full flex, locked up, and trying to get through some certain types of obstacles. It did to me sound like the drive shaft was rubbing against one of the skid plates, and lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. The drive shaft was running against the skid plates. Now, still running stock drive shafts until now. Alrighty, here we go. We'll have a brand new Tom Woods drive shaft ready to go in the front here. Went with a 1310 because a 1350 I feel like is just overkill. The 1310 is plenty strong for what we're doing. You know, it's gonna be a much nicer form factor in there and perform a lot better with that joint. The one that we pulled out of here is in pretty bad shape. So right here is where the drive shaft was actually rubbing against the skid plate. I'll show you that in a little bit. You can see the boot was completely ripped off and destroyed. That was also from making contact with the skid plate, and so that was completely torn off. And I just tried to compress this thing. The drive shaft is completely seized. It will not slide in or out at all. So absolutely, it is time for some new hardware. Another little maintenance issue we have here is I did pull the skid plates off. So we've got the transfer case skid over here, and we have the oil pan skid and the engine skid here. And it's kind of hard to see, but this thing used to be straight.
But when yours bends in a different direction, you might feel bothered by it.
These are the Smittybilt skid plates, the Smittybilt skid system, and you can see that it has really taken a beating. Matter of fact, right here, it's actually split open from being completely concaved like this. And I don't know, I'm gonna try to run over it with the Jeep, see if we can flatten it out a little bit, and then maybe we can weld in a piece of reinforcement here just to keep that from snapping open again, or I can just buy another one. This plate was maybe 250 bucks, I think. Same thing with the transfer case skid, not super expensive, but they are heavy. This of course is in pretty bad shape too. got a good amount of spin this around here, real good amount of abuse to this thing. So definitely a project.
2 weeks later.
So for the last 2 weeks, the skid plate has been sitting on the garage floor, and I have been parking on it every single night and just letting the weight of the Jeep sit on it, and I'm hoping that maybe that will give us enough, you know, muscle memory in that skid plate that it'll kind of straighten out just a little bit, not quite as bad as it was. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna run this skid plate over to my good friend Matt's house. He's got a nice little welder, and we're gonna put a couple welds in this thing and get it nice and straight again, hopefully. And so let's go check it out. That is what you call the DIY backyard slash front yard repair job. Alrighty, well, we're back in the driveway, and rather than bore you with the installation of said repaired skid plate, let's just get under here and take a peek. And there we go. And it is, look at that. Look how straight that is, you guys. I mean, this thing used to be totally curved up. I mean, concave. Was actually making contact with the oil pan, which is no bueno. And now we've got, hard to see, but we've got some clearance now so that the skid plate ended up banging against the oil pan there. So there we go. There's our weld, nice and fat. And there's our other weld there. So those should be nice and strong. We are hooked back up down here. And now it's time to head on out to Big Bear and put it through its paces. Alrighty guys, we got a can of Flex Seal here, and what the heck could I be thinking of doing with a can of Flex Seal? Well, let's go take a look. Oh geez. Alright, we're on top of the Blue Pecan where the soft top has some holes in it, as you can see. And I've been just using Gorilla Tape to cover up these holes, but what I think I'm going to do now is just cover them up with some Flex Seal.
I mean, how ghetto is that? Very.
And, you know, if you want to rename the Blue Pecan the Ghetto Con, you certainly are free to do that. I do like to come up with some ghetto solutions sometimes, and so this is going to be one of those times. All right. First coat down. Let's keep going.
You serious?
Well, there you have it, guys. Sometimes the easiest solutions are the cheapest ones. Yes, I know there were probably better ways to make some of these repairs, but you know what? Sometimes you just get a little crafty with the things you have laying around the garage. And who knows, maybe that Flex Seal will do a pretty good job of keeping the water out. We will see just how durable it is and how long it lasts. Alrighty guys, well, you know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you follow along for more videos in the future, and super happy to have you along. We'll see you guys on the next one.